Great morning, great morning, great morning. You guys come on in. Come on in. Oh my goodness. Where'd it go? Okay. There we go. 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 Pretty little. Listen. Come on in, you guys. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. Come on, come on, come on. Great morning, April. Thank you for sharing. You guys come on in. Come on in. Let me know who's here. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Good morning. Let me know who that is because you're probably going to be commenting throughout, okay? Come on in. I am excited about this word. Hey, Patrice, how you doing, gorgeous? Good to see you this morning. All right, y'all. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and put these links up now. I'm going to comment. You guys are going to be making your comments. They'll go up and down, but I'm going to go ahead and put them on so that they're there and I don't have to think about it, okay? Because I really want to be able to just focus. Your link for giving and your link for Destiny Driven. Okay. So, great morning, you guys. Listen. Now, let me tell y'all this. So, how about I got there live, I made my coffee, and I left my shot glass, baby. Baby, I don't have the shot glass. Can you help me, please? Let me make sure he's on here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to it and let me share. Hey, Jackie. Good to see you, gorgeous. Girl, we're going to have to talk because I'm trying to plan a trip. So I got to talk to my husband about it. But yeah, this thing hit me. I'm like, ooh, that would be good. All right. Let me send. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Oh my goodness. My baby still got sleep in them eyes. My baby.
Go to shot, man. I'm in here.
Babe. Hold on now. Hold on. All right, y'all. Let me share. I haven't shared yet. Hey, Angel. Good to see you, gorgeous. Congratulations on your new bundle of joy, which the baby is not new, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so y'all, let me share. Let me share my story and then share to these groups. Okay. Oh, you are so welcome. We got to catch up, girl. We have got to catch up. All right, y'all. Y'all know what we do, honey. It's time to get alive. I'm excited about that. Let me send this out. I got just a couple more spots to share, y'all, and I'm ready to go. Ready to go, honey. Ready to go. All right. I didn't hit everybody, but listen, honey. I'm doing the best I can. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get started. Y'all know what we do. It's time to get what? Alive. So here we go. Shot, 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 shot. Everybody shake, shake, shake. Shake the devil off. ABC. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, do, re, mi. ABC, 1, 2, 3, alive. It's you and me. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Y'all know what we do. We shake it up, pour it up, and we drink it up. Babe, you want to come and get yours now? He's like, I was in here and I said pour it up, and you didn't pour it up. Here's to belief being an action word. Let's do the action and not just talk the talk. My God, today is so good, yeah. All right, y'all. Babe, I poured you up. So listen. Yesterday, my husband did his live and he talked about, what do you believe? What do you believe? What do you believe? Right now, I was trying to figure out, God, what you want me to say to your people? People say they believe, but their actions show otherwise. When we believe something, we move, we do something, it shows up in our actions, okay? So I'm going to give it to you from several different perspectives so you can see how our belief works, right? So in the morning when I come in here to do the drive-by, I get ready to sit down. I don't ask myself, is the stool going to hold me? I just sit down. I sit down. I just sit down. I sit down on the stool. There you go, baby. I just sit down. I don't say, oh, I wonder, angel number 111, if the stool's going to hold me. I don't test it out. I don't try it out first. I don't put one cheek on just to make sure that it might possibly hold me. I just sit down. And see, this is the thing. I believe it's going to hold me. I believe it. And my belief is demonstrated in my actions. My actions show that I believe. My actions show what I believe. Now, my actions will also show what I don't believe, right? When there is doubt, where there is question. So let me use another sitting example, okay? So in my chair, my office chair, right, I have a cushion, right? I have a cushion, it's supposed to help, with long sitting, okay? But what I know is I've discovered that the truth of the matter is it's a challenge for me, okay? Because the cushion don't really be handling all of my bootay, okay? And the way the cushion is made, a part of it sits under my leg, and then that pressure will cause, my leg to kind of hurt, kind of cut off a little circulation. And so when I get ready to sit down, I always adjust the cushion. Now, it's not that I don't think that the cushion is going to hold me. I know the cushion is going to hold me. It's not that I don't think the chair is going to hold me. I know the chair is going to hold me. My question is, okay, I need to position it just right. So, okay, is it positioned just right? That's my question. Is it positioned just right for me to be able to sit there the longest without there being irritation? Okay, so I'm going to adjust it before I sit down. Now, when I come to the stool, I'm just going to sit down. I know it's going to hold me. I know it's going to be all right. Listen, even though the stool is not that big, even though the stool has its own challenges, I know how to sit on the stool so the stool is comfortable and I just can plop down and know I'm good. The chair, the cushion, I gotta do some maneuvering, right? So you can tell what I believe by what I do and how I do it. Now, y'all can say you believe whatever you want to say you believe, but you let me watch you for a minute and I'm going to know what you believe. You say, I believe that I'm a millionaire. I believe that I'm the first generation, the first millionaire in my family. I'm the first millionaire. Okay. Then you will always be challenged in areas of money and finances to see where your belief really is. I believe God. Okay. You believe God for what? What you believe, right? because what you do ought to align with your belief in God. Now, I don't claim to know everything. I don't. Okay. I clearly know I don't know everything. But what I know is this: your belief shows up in your actions. I remember, and I've shared this story before, when God told me, take the ministry across the bridge. Well, first of all, like, what? In Tampa, people just really don't go across the bridge like that. People in Tampa tend to stay on Tampa side. People in St. Pete, Clearwater tend to stay on that side. When people come across the bridge, it's often a stretch for them. You know, if you work across the bridge, that's one thing, but just in your leisure time, just to be going across the bridge, like that's, you know, it's a challenge. Like that's not what people plan to do. Okay. So I remember when he told me that, I said, okay. So I went across the bridge. I'm looking for spaces for the ministry. I'm looking. We have $125 in the bank. $125. God shows me this space, right? The space is like 3,000 square feet. It's in this like office complex area, right? And I go, I said, okay, God, because I believed him. Listen, there have been seasons in my life where I like really, really believed God. I'm talking about I really, really, really believed God. Where if God said it, I just was going, like I really believed him. I really believed him and believed that whatever he said, it was. Now listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm just going to be honest about me. My belief is not where it used to be. That's truth. My belief is not where it used to be. So listen, so he told me to go. I went, I meet with the woman. You know, I look at a couple of different spaces and I'm like, no, I don't like that space. This is it. This is the space right here. This space, 3,000 square feet. This is the space. How much is it? You know, she says, well, talk to me about your budget. Like, what's your budget? What do you have to work with? I said, God. What do you have with God? Good morning, Wesley. Hey, brother. Right. I'm telling y'all. Listen, I said, God is my budget. She said, okay, but how much money do you have? None. I don't have any. She said, okay. I said, listen, God told me to bring the ministry across the bridge, and he told me that space, I'm supposed to be there. Now I know people say, oh, people always want to put God in it, but that's what God said, and I believed him. And she said, okay. Okay, but how much can you put down? Nothing. Said it with confidence. I didn't flinch. I didn't budge. I looked her straight in the face. I was like, nothing. You know. She said, okay. And then this moment, God was talking to her. Okay. Well, listen, this is what I'm going to do for you. What we'll do is I'm only going to charge you this much money, and I'm going to give you 3 months to get to that. Okay. So, you know, the first 30 days I'm going to give you the first 30 days. And then, you know, it'll be this month. And then as the ministry grows and you bring in more, we'll adjust it. But I went in, I had $125 in the church account, period. I didn't write her a check for anything. And we moved in. We got the keys. We moved in. God did it. That was the definition of God did it. We needed to do we started out in a smaller area. We needed chairs. We needed that stuff. Listen, we were blessed with a lot of that stuff. God just worked things out. God just worked things out. I believed him. When it came to moving and my credit wasn't right, and you know, listen, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but this is the situation. This is where I am. And the people worked with me, and I was able to make moves. And listen, y'all, I believed God. Now, listen, there are levels to our belief. There's levels to our faith, and we have to increase our faith. My husband used this scripture yesterday. He says, faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So you got to be hearing the word of God. You got to hear it with your audible ear, not just read it, but hear it. You got to speak it out of your mouth. You got to declare it to be so. And the more you declare it, the more your faith is increased. But if you don't declare anything, whatever you declare is what is increased. If you declare that I'm broke, if you declare that my finances are lacking, if you declare that my marriage is struggling, if you declare that I don't know if I can do this, if you declare that this is too big for me, if you declare that this is too hard, if you declare that, that's what you're going to believe, because your faith is established by hearing, and when whatever you're hearing is what you're going to believe. When you keep hearing the same thing over and over again, that's what you're going to believe. Whatever you say to yourself over and over again is what you're going to believe. In fact, it's not even what you're going to believe, it's what you believe. So if you want to change your situations and your circumstances, you've got to change your belief. And the way you change your belief is what you say, what you hear, who you're around. If you're around people with no faith, they're going to feed you no faith. But if you're around people with faith and they're always telling you, oh, you can do that. Oh, you've got this. Oh, no, God said this. Oh, this. Listen, then that's what you're going to believe. If you hear anything long enough, it becomes a belief. And many things that we've heard over our lifetime have become core beliefs. Core beliefs are things that you believe to the core of your being. And if those things need to be changed, then you have to constantly keep hearing, keep saying what is really true. Now check this out. So there's some things that we have as core beliefs that are not true. They're lies from the pit of hell. And your mom and daddy may have said them to you, okay? So let's talk about them. I'm going to talk about me because I know me. All right. So growing up, I always got teased about my lips, right? I always got teased about my lips. Soup coolers. Yeah, like I always got teased. Your lips so big. Always got teased about my lips. So I believed my lips were too big and they were ugly. That's what I believed. That's what I believed. Like I believed that, right? So I remember one year I was doing a picture, my school picture, and I didn't want my lips to be so big. So what I did was I sucked my lips in, right? So you couldn't see my whole lips. You know, thank you, Angel. You couldn't see my whole lips. I smelled like the ugliest picture I took in all my years in school and all my school pictures. Because I'm pretty photogenic. I take good pictures. It was the ugliest picture I had ever taken because I believed that my lips were ugly, that my lips made me ugly, okay? Fast forward this morning before I went live. So, you know, I use brown liner on my lips, right? To emphasize my lips. And then normally I only use lip gloss, right? I don't normally put on lipstick. I normally just have on brown liner and gloss. Now, my husband don't like the gloss because it's sticky, but I do brown liner and gloss, right? So normally I put the line like on the inside, right on the inside of my lip. My daughter says, Mom, this is what you need to do. Line like all your lip, Mama, even that top part up there. I know you don't think that's your lip, but that's your lip. Okay, Mama, I know you don't think it's your lip, but that's your lip. She said, Mama, I'm telling you, it's going to make your lips pop. Your lips are going to look like a Bratz doll, right? Now, I don't know if Bratz doll is the goal or not, but listen, I said, okay, baby, I'm going to try it, right? So this morning before I went live, I said, put my little line around my lips, put my lip gloss on. Now, some people say that's ugly, that's old school. Now, I've been doing this a long time, right? Like, there are certain things that I know about me that look good on me, to me, even if everybody else don't like it. That ain't my, I don't care nothing about that. If I like it, I'm good, right? So I've done this for a long time, and people say, well, you know, you need to use the same color liner. No, I want to emphasize my lips. I want my lips to pop. Then what happens? That trend starts coming back. Okay, they take it even further. All right, now it ain't the black eyeliner. Y'all remember people used to use the black eyeliner. Now I ain't gonna use the black eyeliner, but I'm gonna use a brown. It's gonna be a dark brown. It ain't gonna be no light brown because it's gonna make my lips pop. It's gonna be, they're gonna be like, okay, because now I believe my lips are beautiful. I believe my lips are beautiful. I believe that I'm beautiful. I just do. I don't think that I'm the most beautiful girl in the world, but baby, I'm beautiful in my own right, with my flaws, with my challenges. I'm beautiful, right? Because God made me beautiful. Now, listen, I also know that God made me beautiful for a reason. Some people will downplay their beauty. Some people will downplay their assets. Listen, no, God told me very clearly, I have made you who you are for a reason, because I am desiring to draw people to me. The thing about you, this is what this God talking to me, okay? He said, the thing about you is this. People are always going to be drawn to you because of your personality, because of your beauty. I don't want you to diminish. I want you to increase. I want the people to be drawn, because when they're drawn to you, you're going to point them to me. You're not going to make it all about you. You're going to point them to me. You're going to show them my love. You're going to treat them with honor and respect. I know you, okay? So I don't want you to diminish, downplay. I want you to enhance and accentuate. All right. Now, I know that some people don't believe in enhancing and accentuating. Like, people always tell me, you don't need makeup. Like the men in my life always say you don't need makeup. I know I don't need makeup. I know that. Like, I don't put makeup on because I think I'm ugly and I've got to have it. That's not it, right? It is an accentuation of what is already there. That's it. It just accentuates. My beauty is my beauty. That's why I can get on here with no makeup on. I can get on with makeup on, because that doesn't determine my beauty. I believe my beauty has already been established by God. But I didn't always believe that. I didn't always believe that. And so I would seek validation of that. Now I don't have to seek validation because I know. I believe. It's a knowing. Not in an arrogant type of way, but it just is what it is. Like, it is what it is, okay? My baby said luscious lips, but sticky. Yes, baby, I know. So what we believe shows up in what we do. If I didn't believe I was beautiful, period, I would never get on camera without being made up, without having makeup on, without going through all of the things. I would never get on camera like that. Most of the time when I get on camera, I either have on no makeup or I got on yesterday's makeup. No makeup or yesterday's. Okay? So that shows what I believe. The same is true in our walk with God. Now, listen, I know y'all like, what they got to do with anything? Listen, I'm talking to you about what you believe, because what you do determine. If someone says to me, oh, I believe I'm beautiful without makeup, but I never see them without makeup and they always have makeup on, they don't believe that. They say it, but they don't believe it. Now, y'all may say, well, Dr. V, what they got to do with your faith walk and your faith journey? Everything, because it's not just in the spiritual things, it's in everything in your life. You'll be able to determine what's believed by what's done. If I say I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family, okay? If I say that I believe God has called me to break generational financial curses, but I don't do anything to make that happen, I don't believe it. I don't believe that. Because if you believe it, you're going to do something. Belief is an action word. If my husband said, I believe you're my wife, but never talked to me, never did anything to move us in that direction, so you don't believe that? Because if you believed it, you would be doing something to move in that direction, to get to that place. He could say, I believe you're my wife, but never asked me to marry him. And then, okay, how am I supposed to be your wife? How am I supposed to become your wife? Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. And some people may be offended. You may not like it, but I'm going to tell you nonetheless. if you believe that God has called you to something, it's a part of your purpose, but you never move forward in it, you really don't believe it. Either you don't believe it or you don't believe that you can do it. And if you don't believe that you can do it, but you believe that God called you to do it, then you really don't believe God, because those whom he calls, he qualifies. Do y'all understand that? If he says that you're called to this purpose, he is the qualifier. Now, if you're looking at what man says and what you don't have according to what man says that you need to have, or you don't have this, or you don't have the degree, you don't have the money, you don't have the resources, but you believe God called you to it. You say, God told me that this is what I'm supposed to do, right? God qualified you, y'all. I don't know everything, but I know this to be true, without a doubt and unequivocally. Anything that God has called me to do, he has also equipped me to do. Doesn't mean that I won't have to grow in it. Doesn't mean I won't have to become a better version of me through the process. But I know that I can do it. And if I know that I can do it, then my actions ought to reflect that. And we're going to have a moment of transparency. Can we have a moment of transparency? Let me know if we can have am I talking to anybody today? Am I talking to anybody? Y'all let me know. Talk back to me for a minute. Because before I give this moment of transparency, I need to know that I'm talking like I'm talking to y'all, that y'all are like I just need to know. Okay, Christina, I see you. Angel. Okay. So listen, this is my moment of transparency. I'm not gonna get emotional today either. I'm not doing it. Right, April. Hey, Mutt. Thank you, Catherine. There have been seasons of my life where my belief was really, really high, right? Those seasons where my belief was really, really high. I just believed with every fiber of my being. And somewhere in the process, something happened, or someone did something, or something didn't go a certain. I was thinking about this the other day. And it made me question, can I really do this? Am I really qualified? Now, there aren't a lot of things that shake my faith, right? I'm big on faith. I'm big on belief. All my life, I've had to believe in me, right? I've had to believe in me, regardless of what anybody else said or thought. I had to believe in me. If nobody else had done it, I believed I could do it. That's been the first, y'all. But listen, y'all. There's some things that I absolutely know I'm called to, the things that I know that I'm supposed to do. But then there have been things that have happened that shook me. Not everything and not everybody can shake me, but there have been some things that have happened that shook me to my core. They shook me to my core. They created a trauma in my life. that makes me have to fight and press and really increase my belief, right? Because I've been shaken, or there is trauma attached to it, right? And my baby talking about, you thought I was going to say all my life I had to fight. So, anyone who knows me knows I absolutely love network marketing. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love the concept. I love the structure. I believe with everything in me that it is it's a closer model than the model of church as we know it to what Jesus did in getting his message out, right? He had the disciples, he had the 12, he sent them out by two. Like, I believe that I believe that the industry is an industry where an ordinary person, someone who may not have a bunch of degrees, who hasn't had a lot of opportunities, who hasn't had any opportunities, people with felonies can come into that space. People who have been who've been drug dealers, who have been engaged in criminal activity, can come into the space and have legitimate success. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that anyone can have legitimate success in the industry. I believe, and it has statistically been shown, that the space of network marketing produces the most millionaires, okay, of any industry. That's bigger than professional sports, that's bigger than music and the entertainment industry, produces more millionaires, where ordinary people can gain the skills to be able to change not only their life, but the lives of others. Now, I know other people may see it as a pyramid scheme, but that's not the pyramid scheme. Your job is the pyramid scheme, where you never can make more than a certain amount. Like, you never can become at the top. Like, you never get to the top, right? But what I know is this. I'm anointed for the industry. I'm anointed for the industry because it gives me an opportunity to coach people, to give them the knowledge, the information that other people have to pay for. I'm able to pour that into them and help them have success, right? So they get the coaching, I get to coach them, and somebody else pays me to coach them, to grow, to become the best them that they can be. I believe that. You want to know how you know I believe it? I won't give up on it. I keep doing it, even though I've not gotten there yet. So let me tell y'all the truth of why I haven't gotten there yet. The reason I haven't gotten there yet is not because network marketing doesn't work, but because I haven't grown to the place that I need to grow to see the level of success that I desire. Because it challenges me. Now, that's the truth, right? That's the truth. But I want to talk about a time when my belief was shaken to the core, right? I was a part of a company, and God told me to do something. So I did it. He said, start this Facebook group. This is what I want you to do. It started out, and I didn't want to, listen, when I tell y'all I didn't want to do it, I didn't want to do it. It started out, it was a few of us that were on our team. But when I made the group, I started doing early morning sessions, and all these people came from all over the world. And my teaching gift kicked in. And I was able to break some things down and teach people some things. Created a whole system, had support. It was over 1,000 people. in the group. And it was something I did from my heart, right? I wasn't getting paid to do this. These people weren't on my team. I wasn't making money from these people. Other people were making money from, they were on their team, right? But I was just supporting people because I believe in people. And I believe that it is my mission and my mandate to help people. Even if there is not a direct benefit to me, I believe I am to help people. It's a part of my calling. It's a part of my anointing. And that space allows me to do it with people all over the world. I connect with people from all over the world, literally all over the world. And I thought I was doing something good, right? Thought I was doing something good for people. Because that's what it was about for me. It was about people. And I remember getting a call one day. And I thought the call was going to say, we want you to be an educator. But that was not what the call said. Most of the time, it's rare that you get a call from the CEO of a company and you're not a major leader. I wasn't a major leader. But, we got the call and, some major leaders was on the call. And he began to question who I thought I was to be teaching these people, his people. And I'm like, what? Like, all I'm doing is trying to helping people. That's it. That's I don't understand this, right? So he kept going and, I've done this and I've made this much money and I've done this and I've done that. And what have you done? What have you done? And I was like, what? Who do you think you are to teach anybody anything? Who do you think you are? I said, what is going on right now? And I was waiting for somebody to say something. I was waiting for somebody to say, and one person did. They tried to say something and he just cut them off and just kept going. Well, listen, I don't mean no harm. And I understand that you're the CEO of the company, but you're not going to be talking to me crazy like this. You're not getting ready to keep talking to me crazy. You're not. You're not going to keep talking to me crazy. You're not going to keep talking to me crazy, okay? That's what you're not going to do. You're not getting ready to keep talking to me crazy. And I'm sitting here allowing you to talk to me crazy because you have a title. I'm not that person. So I had to say, listen, I know you're the CEO of the company. I understand that, but I am a person. And I don't deserve to be talked to like this. I don't, I'm going to do this and I'm going to shut down this. And you don't have to because I can walk away. Because see, the truth of the matter is I don't get paid for what I do for those people. I'm just filling a gap. Like I don't get paid for that. Because I said, listen, tell you what, I said what I was going to say and I hung up. I'm the CEO and everybody that was on the line, I hung up. Y'all can sit on the phone, let this man talk crazy if you want to. He ain't going to keep talking crazy to me. He's not going to do it. But something happened that day. And when I tell you that the company came after me, little old me, like what in the world is going on? Baby, that thing shook me. And it shook me more than I realized that it shook me initially, right? It shook me to a place where it made me not want to do as much, not want to put myself out there as much. Not, you know, and y'all, listen. It's not that I haven't done network marketing since then, because I have. But when I tell you that there's something inside of me that begins to kind of pull back at times, because I don't trust people. This is making some stuff make sense for me. So y'all, thank you for this therapy session. There's a trauma there that I have not fully dealt with or processed. So it's affecting my ability to move all the way forward in the things that God has ordained for me in that area. Angel said, of course. Listen. So as God has begun to deal with me on my saboteurs, remember, our saboteurs are birthed out of trauma. They're exacerbated by trauma. Trauma causes them to, right? So that anytime you are going forward, they'll start coming up because they come up as a protection mechanism, right? And when I tell you that where God is taking us in our lives, period, in ministry, in business, in education, in family, requires you to acknowledge, face, address, and heal those traumas of your life. I mean that. And it's not a one-time thing. It's not a, it's like an onion. Like there are layers to it. And as strong as I am, do y'all hear me? As strong as I am, as educated as I am, as anointed as I am, it's all come with some traumas along the way. And we think sometimes that our anointing just overrides the traumas. It doesn't. It doesn't make them go away. It doesn't make them not affect us, right? I know we super spiritual, but listen, I'm telling you, there's some stuff that you're going to have to deal with in the spirit and the natural. You understand? I know you want to just deal with it in the spirit. You want to just, say, well, I prayed, I fasted, I'm good. But you're not doing the work in the natural to address and overcome those traumas. They're going to be triggered again. Now, what will happen is we'll use our anointing, we'll use ministry, we'll use church as a Band-Aid over stuff, right? We'll try to use it to replace the need to deal with us, to deal with those wounds, to deal with those areas that are sensitive areas. But if you believe God for real, if you really believe God, that he is a healer and not just a physical healer, but he is a mental healer. He's an emotional healer. He's a financial healer. Listen, then you ought to know that you have to do some work in the healing process. And he adds his super to what you do in the natural. I am continually amazed at the things that I've gone through. When I begin to look back over my life, the things that I've literally gone through, the things that I've experienced, and most people, it would have taken them out. It didn't take me out, right? It didn't take me out. So some things, my testimony is, it didn't take me out. That's my testimony. I went through it, and the key word is through. It didn't take me out. But that's not enough. I don't want to just be in a place where it didn't take me out. I don't want to just be in a place where I survived it. I want to be in a place where it didn't take me out. I survived it. And then there were lessons that I gained from it that caused me to now thrive, right? It didn't destroy my belief. It didn't destroy my belief in the industry. It didn't destroy my belief in me. It didn't destroy my belief in people. But look, that starts with honesty. That starts with bare bones honesty with yourself. That starts with bare bones honesty with God, and then bare bones honesty with some people. You ain't got to tell the world like I'm telling the world, but you're going to have to tell somebody. Or you're going to have to talk about it to somebody. You got to say it out your mouth so that you can say, oh, yeah, I didn't know that it affected me like that. And many times, because people see how I move, they see the things that I do, they might say, oh, you're not afraid of anything. I wish I could be as bold as you. Baby, there's a cost to this boldness. There's a cost. It has come with failures that turned into lessons. It has come with disappointments that turned into heartbreak. It has come with so many things, right? But this is my saving grace. Listen, regardless of what I've gone through, regardless of the trauma, regardless of that, there is something inside of me so strong that believes, right? And so when the song says there's something inside so strong, I know that I can make it, right? I know that I can make it. I just have to keep going, right? But I refuse to keep going and not deal with the traumas that I've experienced, whether we're talking about in relationships, in family, in ministry, in business. I don't care what area. I don't have time for the trauma to hold me back. I don't have time for the trauma to hold me back. Now listen, trauma ain't no joke, okay? So my sister, Apostle Tammy, and I are doing a class called Traumatology. I get to come in and talk about genealogy. I get to come in and talk about the saboteurs. Listen, and I'm going to say something. And there are lots of different views on this, but I'm going to say something. It's not that I've already attained. It's not that I have already worked through everything, right? It's not that I've already overcome everything, right? But I've overcome enough for God to show me some things and some tools to help other people also overcome. I've overcome stuff. Listen, I've overcome a lot of stuff. I haven't overcome everything because there's layers to it, right? It's a process. And as much as we want things to happen with the one-shot thing, it doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes it does, but sometimes you got to be like the lepers and go show yourself to the priest and your healing occurs on the way. Other times the healing occurs instantaneously. You understand? So I think that we think every situation is supposed to be that instantaneous. Everything won't be instantaneous. Some stuff you're going to have to walk out. That's what the lepers did. They walked out their healing. They had to walk it out. They had instructions. They had to follow the instructions. And in following the instructions, they received their healing. They were healed, but it didn't show up in the physical manifestation until later as they were walking it out. Saturday, I'm doing Destiny Driven masterclass because you got to know where you're going. And one of our challenges is we don't have a roadmap. We don't know what we need to do in order to get there, right? And that's what this class does. It helps you know, it gives you steps that you can follow to figure out where you're going, what you need to do in order to get there. And I'm going to tell y'all this because people don't want to hear this. I know people don't want to hear this all the time, but it's the truth. The greatest work The most challenging work you're going to do in getting to destiny is the work that you do on you. That's the greatest and most challenging work that you'll do, is the work that you do on you. I know we hard. I know nothing shakes us, nothing rattles us. I'm telling y'all, there's some things that have rattled me and some other things that probably people would have thought would have rattled me, but didn't. But there's some things that have rattled me that until I face them, until I address them, until I overcome them, I will never accomplish all of the things that God has for me to do. And that's not based on my degree, how many years I went to school, what I majored in. It's not based on a title. It's based on being willing to do the work. Those who are willing shall eat the good of the land. But you got to be willing. You got to be willing. There are things you got to do. So regardless of what you've gone through, do the work, because you didn't go through it for nothing unless you never learned from it. If you never allow yourself to grow through it, right? Don't stop. Don't quit. Believe, and let your belief show up in your actions. Y'all, listen, you can register for the Destiny Driven Masterclass at bit.ly/Destiny Driven 2024, bit.ly Destiny Driven 2024. The class is $50, $88 for VIP, which includes a 1-hour session with me afterwards. Afterpay is available. And now let me say this. I told you about my CEO trauma, right? So what God did, and I'm seeing this as I'm talking. What God did was sent a company to be my redemption company, a CEO to be my redemption CEO. And it's not someone I would have expected. It's not even someone that I've had a plan that I would work with ever, right? But God literally is using him to heal the trauma. You see, God is very strategic in what he does, right? But one of the things that we often don't recognize is that the place where you were traumatized will also be the place of your healing. You got church hurt. That healing is not going to occur outside of the church fully. There's a point where you got to go back into the church so that God can restore you. I'm grateful for David Imanitie. I'm grateful for how he cares about people. And I know people may say, oh, well, he did this, or I heard this and I heard that. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't care what you heard. I'm going to tell you what I know. What I know is that man loves people and he loves God more. And I don't know what he did, but I know what he's doing. And what he's doing is providing a healing space for a lot of people who have been wounded, period, in life, right? He's providing a way of success for a lot of people who may not have had success in the industry before. And he's mentoring not just certain people, but the entire company, whosoever will listen. I'm grateful for him. I'm grateful for my sister, Dr. Samantha, saying, look at it. Just, sis, you got to look at it. You got to look at it. And I knew when I saw the vision, I was like, I can get with this to impact the lives of 1 billion people spiritually. Huh. First, spiritually, mentally, / emotionally, and physically. That's a huge mission and mandate. I just want to do my part. I just want to impact the people that I'm called to impact. I want to help do that because that's what God has called me to do, is to impact the lives of people. And if I can do it within a space that allows us to meet the needs of the total person with other people, I can do it with other people. It's not just me trying to figure out how I'm going to do it, right? I'm grateful for that opportunity. This is real for me. These products and the way they're impacting people's lives, it's real for me. Seeing the Mimis add additional income to their household and see success is real to me. Seeing my friends coming off insulin and not having swelling and blood pressure going down, that's real to me. Like people that I love, people that I care about. One thing about me, if I care about you, I care about you, baby. If I love you, I love you, right? And I'm always going to want God's best for you. Seeing people grow and believing in themselves and seeing themselves as God sees them, that's real to me. So when I come on here and I share and I pour out my heart, it's not just to be talking to be talking. I'm good on that. I can talk to myself. But it's because I know that people need some transparency. People need transparency. So many people make everything just look a certain way without acknowledging the challenges of it, without acknowledging what they've gone through or what they're going through. Listen, you just get to see me unfold. You see the making of Dr. V, right? You see the making of Dr. V on a daily basis. You see God making me. Sometimes I do really well. Sometimes I don't do so well. But one thing I don't do is I don't quit. I don't give up. And if all that you get from watching me and listening to me is not to give up, baby, hold on to that. Hold on to that. Grab you a few scriptures that you can hold on to, that you can say to yourself, because I promise you, the word works when you work it. And I'm so grateful that he who began a good work in me, and it's a good work. It's a good work. It's a good work that he has done. He has begun in me. Is faithful and just to bring it to completion until the coming of Christ Jesus. God is not done with me yet. And he's going to complete the work that he started in me. Not just the work, the good work that he started in me, right? And he's going to do the same for you. You just have to hold on and keep going. Keep letting him make you. Keep letting him groom you. I'm telling you. Christina said, I am so thankful for your transparency. If you only knew how you have and are helping me. Listen, thank you, baby. You know I love you, girl. The people who are the left out ones, the lost ones, the ones that other people don't want to deal with or don't believe can do anything, right? They've often been thrown away by the world, and the world has said, oh, they only can do this. Like, those are the people that I am called to, right? Because my belief in people is so great. And then what God had to do was grow me in patience, right? He had to grow me in my patience because I want people to get it now. Well, why don't you get it? Same reason that I don't just get stuff, right? God desires more for you. There's more. I'm telling you, there's more. But the more requires you to believe there's more, and then believe that he who began the good work in you is faithful and just to bring it to completion until the coming of Christ. So don't stop. Keep going. Grow. Do the work. Examine you. Stretch. Do the things you've got to, because people are waiting on you. Y'all, listen, go register for Destiny Driven Masterclass. It's this Saturday at 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 12. 12 a.m., 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be 12 to 2:30 Eastern, 11 to 1:30 Central, and 10, 9 a.m. to 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. Y'all, I'm telling you, the class is going to make things simple, make things make sense, and connect the dots for you. So be there. If you've not sown your $55 seed, $555 seed, $5,555 seed, $55,555 seed, you can sow that seed at Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. I pray that you guys have an amazing and incredible day. Know this, know that I love you all to life and life more abundant. Go be great because he made you great. Mwah.